Hi there. I am here today to, as promised, swatch out my brand new Gold Class Mission Mijello watercolors and my Jack Richardson pearlescent watercolors. And you see the Mission Mijello over here. I have put them all out into my palette that came with the set of 36, and of course you can mix in this top lid or here, you know, as well. So it's a fairly nice palette. It's plastic, so it'll do that whole beating up thing whenever you do add water to it and and try to mix with it. It doesn't do as nice as if you're on a piece of ceramic, which I really like too, but someday I may get a really nice ceramic palette. We'll have to see how that goes down the road. But I'm kind of doing this part quickly because there are roofers here, and they're making an awful lot of noise outside. So what I probably will do is do a voiceover, but I wanted to kind of explain to you at first what I'm doing. I need another light on. Sorry, I did not see that wasn't on at first. Anyway, so I have taken and put my colors in my palette. I really meant to go and do some research about where you should put colors or whatever, and I decided that I would put them where I was comfortable with them. So that's what I ended up doing. I don't know if it's right or wrong or whatever, but I really don't see the difference, and if I learn differently down the road, then I can change it down the road. I also made this chart that you can see here, and I actually followed exactly the way the palette is laid out. And so I have the colors, and I will just name them for you, so that and then I will probably, like I said, do a voiceover because of the noise outside. But I started here and kind of went counterclockwise, which is sort of crazy, I know, but that's kind of the way the palette itself was. Where the way I will be using it will be sitting this way always. So I figured that's the way I would put my colors in. So we start over here in this corner up here, and this is Ivory Black, Sepia, Van Dyke Brown, Burnt Umber, Red Brown, Light Red, Burnt Sienna, Raw Umber, Yellow Ochre, Permanent Yellow Deep, Permanent Yellow Light, Lemon Yellow, Yellow Orange, Orange, Vermilion, Permanent Red, Quinacridone Pearl, Quinacridone Permanent Rose, and then Quinacridone Crimson Lake. And then right down here we continue on with Bright Opera, Rose Madder, Red Violet, Bright Clear Violet, Cerulean Blue, Cobalt Blue, Peacock Blue, Ultramarine Deep, Prussian Blue, Indigo is here in the corner, Van Dyke Green is where the greens begin, Viridian, Hooker's Green, Sap Green, Greenish Yellow, I guess I'm clear over to here already, and Chinese White. So that is how I have them laid out, and I will try to, speak with you in as I swatch them, and hopefully the video doesn't go too long. Now this little section over here is for the Jack Richardson, because I promised you that I got the stickers off, by the way. I promised you that I would swatch these out as well. So I have a place over here to swatch the 20 colors that I got from the little Jack Richardson set that I purchased here. So, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I have yet to find a favorite brush, but today I'm going to be using my Royal and Langnickel, which is not very expensive, but I do have my eye on a set of silver brushes, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, Royal and Langnickel, and this is a size 8. Okay, so I'll bring you in a little bit closer and we'll see how the swatching goes. Okay, so far you can see I have my Ivory Black, my Sepia, and my Van Dyke Brown, and I am rinsing my brush off really well in between each color so that I can get a good representation of the color, and I will just keep going on. This is Burnt Umber. I'm not trying to fill up the entire square or shape here. I just want to try to get a good representation of the color, pretty saturated, and then I'm sort of dragging it out a little bit on the sides toward the bottom so I can see what it's like in a lighter wash. Okay, I have them all swatched out, and I will go through them for you again. Ivory Black, Sepia, Van Dyke Brown, Burnt Umber, Red Brown, Light Red, Burnt Sienna, Raw Umber, Yellow Ochre, Permanent Yellow Deep, Permanent Yellow Light, Lemon Yellow, Yellow Orange, Orange, Vermilion, Permanent Red, Quinacridone, Permanent Rose, Quinacridone, Crimson Lake, and then that's the first section. And then the second section is, I started off with the Bright Opera Rose Madder. This is Red Violet, Bright Clear Violet, Cerulean Blue, Cobalt Blue, Peacock Blue. This is Ultramarine Deep, Prussian Blue, Indigo, Van Dyke Green, Viridian, Hooker's Green, Sap Green, Olive Green, Yellow Green, Greenish Yellow, and I even went ahead and swatched out the Chinese White. What I can say about the colors is that I noticed just in swatching them that having a better quality of watercolor with better pigment and not so many fillers is going to make a huge difference. The colors are vibrant. They're very easy to put on. They're very easy to activate in the palette. They're very creamy to put on. Like I said, they're going to make, I think, a huge difference in, blending and that type of thing. Also, the thing that I noticed the most is colors like, for instance, down here, Indigo. I've heard people talk about Payne's Gray being a gray-blue kind of a color. To me, this Indigo, though I've always thought that it was actually blue, this looks more gray to me, especially in a light wash, gray-blue. So it's a beautiful color. Some of the greens, like the Viridian, is my absolute favorite color in the whole world, the tealy green color. The Van Dyke Green, all the greens are gorgeous. Even this greenish yellow over here is beautiful. I was surprised about how much I loved the blues. The Cobalt Blue just looks like an electric light bulb is behind it. This is a Peacock Blue, which is my second favorite color. It's sort of a tealy type blue. Ultramarine Deep is another one that looks like it's got a light bulb behind it. I was surprised about the blues because I don't usually normally gravitate towards blues. The violets are beautiful. The red, the Permanent Red, and the Quinacridone Permanent Rose are stunning red colors. And such a nice selection of browns. I absolutely love the sepia. That's just really cool, very vintagey looking. And so anyway, I'm very, very happy with how they swatched out. They, like I said, they activated beautifully in the palette. You did one little drop of water. They were completely dry, but you can see that they don't crack when they're dry. They absolutely do not crack. And they, like I said, they activate beautifully right, as soon as you touch a little drop of water on them, they're ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video right now because I know it's going to be very long, and I will come back with another video and swatch out the Jack Richardson pearlescent colors for you so that you can see those as well. But right now I will let you go, and I thank you ever so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below any thoughts or tips, anything like that you may have for me. And until I visit with you next time, God bless you. Bye-bye.